Thank you. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome our president team member, a man that I've shown the business, and he came and he became smarter and did a bigger business than me, which can also happen to you today. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome none other than Josephat Kariuki. Karibu sana, leader.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much.
Karibu.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for being here. It's my pleasure to talk to us. And before I say anything, you allow me to, Dave, confirm that you can hear me.
Mrs. Yes, I can. Very well, very well. You are very clear. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Go on, leader.
Yeah, guys, before I even say anything, you'll please allow me to appreciate David Budi. He's literally my angel. Is the reason why I am today. He picked me when I knew nothing about this business. I remember when I came in, he was the star in East Africa, shining and taking crazy steps. In KICC, we really used to love listening to his success story because he used to win all the medals. And it was my desire to be where he was then. And when you are taught by people who really know the way, unless you are not willing, it is very easy to succeed in this business. So I salute you, Dave. Thank you so much. God bless you forever. Even as you help these guys, these stars here, these upcoming president team members. So I am not really the best, only that I followed the steps that Dave showed me. I wasn't alone then. I remember there were even guys who are more promising than myself. By your standards, I think one would have rated me amongst those people who might not do much. I want to remember the way I came in wearing, as a physicist, you don't care being smart. Actually, the rougher you look, the shaggy you are, the tougher people think you are in terms of physics and other sciences. But I remember Dave could even organize with my wife to have some of my clothes and the shoes discarded because they were a shame in the training center. So that's how far we've come. Sometimes you see some of us up here and you think we have always been there. No, some of you are much better than where we started. So even as you listen to me, please know that you are capable of doing more than what I've done, more than what Dave has done. I beg, always remember that you are more capable than some of us, and don't undermine yourself. Thanks for those who are on the video. When you are seeing people, you get more excited. I know the rest will be putting on the videos also. Now, Dave tasked me to share with us what is this that I have done. Of course, he knows everything, but he wants it to come from myself. What is this that I did to build such a big business in 2.5 years to be a president team member? And I want to be as honest as possible, though time might not allow me to tell you everything. But invited again, I will come and pick it from where I will stop today. So people know me as great in sponsoring. I think from around 2013, Pia Rose, my wife, and myself, we've been top in East Africa in sponsoring, and that has been the reason for the growth in our business. So I will be talking more about how you can be able to become a guru in sponsoring. How many of us would want to sponsor up to 24 people in 1 month? I have done it personally in the past. There's a month I sponsored 24. What would it feel for you to sponsor 24 in 30 days? All right. So I will start by asking you a question. What value do you attach to your business? What value do you attach to your business? Now, when I came in, I was teaching in the university. As a full-time lecturer in the university, one would imagine that, wow, that's a great job. I should take it more seriously, and perhaps this business, which was part-time, I do it when I feel like doing it because it's part-time. But I remember the value I attached to my business from the word go was too much that I've considered it to be more valuable than my full-time job. I think that's a good starting point for this session. Remember, the university was paying me over 100,000 plus, you know, per month. And Dave has told you that my very first bonus here in my business was only 2,000 shillings. But I saw more potential in the business paying me 2,000 shillings than in the full-time job that was paying me 100,000 plus. So that is where it all starts. How much value do you attach to your business? Can you spend even sleepless nights thinking and strategizing for this business? When I came in, the very first night, I never slept. Honestly speaking, I slept at 3 a.m. You know, I joined on a Saturday morning, but I slept 3 a.m. the following Sunday morning. Why? The whole thing got into my blood system completely. I saw the machines that people are driving out of this business, and I was on Route 11. I was still jumping into matatus. You know that shame of a lecturer jumping into matatu with his students? I said never again. I saw the places that people are traveling and where they were living, and I said, this is what I want. So that night, I never slept. What was I doing? Writing down the names of people I want to bring onto this business. So does it cause you sleepless nights? If you are that person who will sleep so well and you're not thinking about this business, then you might not go very far. So attach the greatest value possible to your business. That which you value, you give it time and commitment. They will tell you the commitment that I gave to this business was out of this world. I remember I would go to the university very early. The classes were starting at around 8, but I would be in the university by around 6:30 or thereabout, so that I have a whole 1.5 hours to talk to people before I become too busy in the day. Lunchtime, I would eat very fast and not necessarily a lot, so that I spare some time in between to talk to more people. In the evening, the minute I get into a matatu those days, I was on my phone talking to people. And to surprise you, the commitment I had was such that the meetings we were having then, our trainers were likes of David Budi, I never missed. I actually behaved like I'm a full-timer in as much as I was a part-timer in the business, because I had a full-time job. But even a morning like 9 a.m. on a Monday, I would be in the training center. That's the level of commitment we are talking about. I see people, and I believe you are not one of them, who join the business and it is, you know, you are applying Dave to look for you. You know, it hurts. I mean, for me, Dave will tell you he never looked for me. I'm the one who was looking for him. I badly needed his mentorship. I badly needed his mentorship. So I was so committed to trainings. I was so committed to do what I was asked to do. He only needed to tell me, you know, Josephat, you must, this month you must take your step to director. I remember when I was growing my business to Emerald Director, I was so committed that I missed Christmas. You got it, you had it right, by the way. That is what I said. I missed Christmas. Can you imagine? On 25th of December, I think 2010, yes, I was in the training center where we were training, and I was all alone, no one else. And I had invited 2 guests. By the way, you will not be in the training center with the two guests and you have missed Christmas, they have also missed and they failed to join. Surely, no, there is no way. They had to join. And that is the month I became an Emerald Director. So that is the level of commitment we are talking about here. Now, your applying director is just a GPS. You know GPS that tells you to go to Kisumu from Nairobi, this is the route. That is the only work your applying director will do. So if you really own your business, you'll be using the statement I used to have, that if it has to be, it is up to me. It's not about my upline, it's not about any other person, it's about myself. If it has to be, it's up to me. So you remain the driver, although there is GPS, that is your upline director, but you remain the one driving. So don't allow anyone to dissuade you from the business, because you are the one to make it happen. It may help you to present to your friends, no doubt about that. But you see, let me share this with us. You have to be so crazy in sponsoring, and sponsoring is a result. It's the end result. There are other things that you must do for you to be able to sponsor many people. So sometimes we are struggling to sponsor. You are wondering, why am I not really sponsoring as many people as I would want? Most likely, you are not doing the preliminary things so well. You are focusing on I must sponsor, but then you fail to do what leads to the sponsoring. Two very important things, guys. For you to be able to sponsor many people, you must be very good at prospecting and inviting. Every single day, I make sure that I have prospected a good number of people for the next opportunity meetings. For example, tomorrow we have an opportunity meeting with Pascal. I have already started prospecting and inviting people for that meeting. So you don't just approach a meeting and you wish that people can attend the meeting. No, you first prospect a lot. Today it's very easy to prospect because we have the social media. For those of us who are very serious on this, you can even run ads, promoting your business on the social media so that you can get many people. So you prospect a lot, and then you make sure you are writing down on a book the people who you have prospected and what they have said. And then now you invite them to meetings. And then after inviting them to meetings, you remind them to attend when the time nears. And then after they have attended, you do a follow-up. And you don't do a follow-up which is pushing. You are asking them, did you see yourself achieving your wildest dreams with us? And of course, they will tell you yes. And then now you can ask them to pay immediately. You see, so the more you prospect and invite, the higher the chances of sponsoring. Right. Now, let me share with us a few things that I did from the word go and I'm still doing to make sure that my business is continuously growing. And this is what every person who owns their business should do. So do you own your business? Can you confidently say, yes, I fully own my business? Now, then we should see you doing these things. Number one, I never entertained excuses. So never allow yourself to have excuses as to why you are not able to do A, B, C, D, why you are not able to prospect, why you are not able to attend trainings, why you are not able to do a presentation. Never allow any excuses. I hear people say, oh, I would have come to the meeting, but then there was heavy traffic. Didn't you know that in Nairobi there is traffic? For example, if you're in Nairobi, you give yourself an allowance. Do you know, for me, so that I'm not late for any meeting, and Dave will tell you that it is extremely difficult for me to be late for whether it's physical meeting or Zoom meeting. How do I manage to be very punctual to meetings? I even miss breakfast, honestly speaking. but not be late. I think it's because my very first job I worked where Dave worked, but not as an army man, but as a teacher, the military. You see, and this is discipline that Dave put in me from that kind of background. Being punctual, being on time. So excuses like traffic, never for me. I remember as of course we were starting the business, that is when we had very young kids. I remember my second born was 2 weeks old, and you wouldn't believe that we would go to meetings with a baby. Ladies who are here, I'm sure you are saying, wow, that's another one. Yes, we would carry our 2 weeks and, those very small babies to meetings. Why? We didn't imagine having an excuse of that we've been blessed with a child, that's why we cannot come for the meeting. Even a justifiable excuse like that. So no excuses. You make things to happen. You outgrow any barriers. Now, there is one thing that I found people saying when I joined, that, oh, it's difficult to sponsor people in Nairobi. Everybody knows the business. Did you know that if you approach our business with impossibilities, seeing impossibilities, then that is what you get. What you can conceive is what you achieve. So guys who are saying that people have already known this business in Nairobi, you cannot find people to sponsor, honestly speaking, they never sponsored. But for me, I defied that gospel of impossibilities. And I said it's not practically possible. Even today, by the way, very few people in Nairobi have joined the business. Majority have not even heard of it. And others who have heard of it, they have not really understood it. So do you know, Pieros and myself, we built our business up to president team member level by bringing in Nairobians only. We didn't have a business outside. So what does that tell you? You make things happen even when there are like barriers. Another thing that you will have to do is that you have to use CEO's mindset. You know, from where you are the CEO of your business. In as much as you are a team, we are a team. The truth is, your business starts where you are. That's important to note. I remember when we were growing, Dave would ask me and my small team, hey, Josephat, sit in that corner and you handle your guests. And I was like, why is he sort of putting me in a fix? What do I tell these people? Kumbe, he knew that he was training me to be the CEO of my business and to handle that team myself. So even if you're only 1 day old or 2 days old, know that you are the CEO of your business. And guys, CEOs have got a certain mindset. First, they focus on the results that they want. They focus on the results they want. So focus on the results that you want for your business. What do you want? Now, for me, this month I've already sponsored 7. But you see, my target is over 10. So if I wanted to sponsor 3, maybe now I would be at 2 or 1. So be very sure of what you want. Work with some targeted results. And don't rest until you get the results that you want. Right now, I'm crazy. I know we are on the 20th. We have about 11 days to go. And I must get not less than 3 more people. Actually, there is a high possibility that I'll take it to 15. 1. And you know, when you really sponsor, let me not digress so much, but let me mention this. If you are very good at sponsoring, what happens is that you also really grow your income. Dave will be teaching you that as we move on maybe later. When you sponsor so many people, then your income drastically and exponentially grows. I remember there is a time that I doubled my income within a month by sponsoring so massively. So if you are in this call and you are not just here to use products, you are here to grow your business, then you have to be crazy in bringing in new people. And never ever discouraged by rejection and objection. Out there, and this is why I think Kenyans are really struggling financially, that they are so skeptical that they may not encourage you to build the business, and they may not be willing so much to join. But you see, there is this formula that I give people. I tell people, and Jim Rohn also confirms this, actually I learned from him, that out of every 10 people you talk to, 1 or 2, or if you are really ingenious, 3 will join your business. So for 3 to join you out of 10, oh, you are a magnet. You are attracting people like crazy. So what does that tell you? You cannot afford to talk to only 3 people or 7, or, you have to be ready to talk to so many people so that you have so many people that you're presenting to, and then out of every 10, you get 3 or 2 or 1. So, but many times you focus on the 7 who said no, instead of focusing on the 3 who said yes. I congratulate Dave because he focused on me so much when I said yes, and he realized that I am positive about the business and I have the desire to grow. And he didn't focus on the fellows that we were with in the meetings and they never joined. And that is the way to go. So don't follow so much in your mind the 7 who said no. One, asking yourself, pitting yourself, kwani wameniona namna gani? That is why many people quit this business, because they think that the 7 who said no are right. No. Today, do you know, most of the people who never joined, they are now asking me whether they can still join the business. And what do I tell them? If you care. That. All right. So I think someone muted me by mistake. So what I'm saying is, don't really be cowed by objection of people and rejection. When people say no, they should fuel you. They should fuel you to talk to many more people. Actually, when people told me I cannot do it, oh my, they did me justice. I talked to so many people to prove them wrong. And later they joined my business. All right. Now, when you own your business, you also maintain a positive attitude, even when things are not working out. Attitude is everything. And there are instances that will test your attitude. You will talk to people and they say no, you will bring in people and they quit immediately, so that it's your attitude which is being tested. So you have to develop a rhinoceros skin, a thick skin that cannot just be so easily pierced. As a scholar, guys tried to pin me down. And they were asking me, why are you joining that thing for selling products? My friend, we are learned. Why are you joining the thing that people are not learned are doing? And I think I've seen Rubana here in meetings. My guys, my professors would come to a meeting and they hear Rubana saying, I was cutting vegetables. And then there I am, Musomi Bwana, with other professors, and they are like, no, my friend, we cannot join such a thing. I would feel frustrated, but I knew this is an equal opportunity for all. And if Rubana can do it, then I can do it 10 times better. So I didn't allow them to pierce my balloon. Actually, they challenged me to do it even better. And you know what? After doing it to crazy levels, I found myself buying the later shape of a Land Cruiser. And I remember driving that Land Cruiser into the compound, into the university compound. And the same professors who were a bit skeptical, they would ask me, hey, my friend, so that thing works. And I joined the business. If you hang on around enough, everyone who said no, they'll come saying yes, except those who will be so ashamed that they don't have the guts to join you. So Maintain that positive attitude even when things are not working out. You might not make so much money at the beginning. That can easily, make your attitude to go sour. You've worked so hard, but you are not getting yet big bonuses. You know what? That doesn't mean that your future is doomed. It only means that your business has not yet grown. So what am I saying? When you work so hard and you get only 600 shillings, work harder. It's like someone who is sowing today, but harvest time is coming. So keep doing it. And one of these days you'll get guys who will join your business and your income will just explode like crazy. If you allow me, I'll mention this. The bonus that started at 2,000 shillings, I was seeing some photocopies. If Dave allows me, I will show you this.
Yes, you can share, Josephat.
Now, this is written, if you can see here, it's 9th of November, 2017. And this is what I got in total from Neolive International. Where is that? Somewhere here down, Neolive International, to Josephat Kariuki. If your eyes are good enough, you can see it's 1.002 something. Where do you take that money if you get it in a month? Now, this was 2019. 2019, you can see 2019 March. Okay. To Josephat Kariuki from Neolive International. 1.114 M. So those who laughed at me when I got my first bonus of 2,000 shillings, those who joined, but when they got such small bonuses like 600, 1,000, 5,000, they quit the business. They are nowhere close to that kind of income. So when you hear us talk of, because I've never shown people this on these kind of meetings, but Dave being my angel, I cannot hesitate to show here, just to inspire you that if you work out your business with vigor and craziness, then that is what you'll be getting. Not necessarily this year or next year, but it's coming. Hey. Now, be driven by total commitment, or what we call commitment beyond repair, that you are willing to sacrifice anything because you know the future that you want. Another thing that CEOs do is they focus on continuous growth of themselves and their business. Continuous growth of themselves through trainings, through reading of books. If you look at my library here, these are leadership books and business books. There is no academic book there. I don't keep academic books in this library. They are elsewhere. So I work on myself in a very, very big way. Up to now, I have the trainings that David Mokera was giving us in 2010, 2011, 2012, all those notes, I have them in my notebooks. And he used to tell us, take good notes because one day you are the one who will be training. How true that was, that today I'm so proud to use the same notes to grow other giants like I was grown by Mokera. So working on yourself is not optional. Attend every training, read the right books, don't be lazy when it comes to trainings, and by the way, don't get used. Oh, this is another one. Don't ever get used to trainings that you feel like I know it. That is the beginning of a downfall. Even if the training is the basic training, that you are the one who was training the other week and someone is training this week, attend and train again. then you practice on doing what you are being taught. Now, many times, I'm sure Dave has taught you about doing one-on-one presentations and all those, but then sometimes you fear. You are like, I don't feel like I'm adequate. Let me give you a secret here. I used to yearn for any opportunity for me to present, even when I was not very eloquent. Even before I really made big steps. Even as a senior manager, I would train. I would present rather. You know, you only become good by doing and doing and doing. You cannot take a book on how to swim and you read all the styles of swimming, butterfly and don't know, back kick, whatever the formula, the strategy styles of swimming. And then you say, now I am good to go. I can swim in the Indian Ocean. My friend, you will drown and die. You start from a small swimming pool, you go there and you start swimming. And by the way, you will sink at the beginning. You will sink. It's not very easy to float. But the more you practice doing it, the easier it becomes. Just like cycling a bicycle. You cannot just decide that now I know how to, cycle a bike, and you have never tried. You have to try and fail, and you try again, and you fall down until you learn how to do it. So those are the ways that you can use to build yourself. And then now to build your business, you use you do three things. For you to build your business, you do three things. Write these ones down. Only three. Number one, sponsoring like crazy. Number two, sponsoring like crazy. And the last one, sponsoring like crazy. Only those three. One thing that helped me when I came into the business was to narrow down to what is so critical for my business. I realized that if I can use the 80-20 Pareto principle, which says that 20% of the things you do will give you 80% of the results you want, that changed my game completely. So I have to tell you this. This is how I structure it myself. You must not do it that way, but if you find it helpful, you can. 10% I assign it to buying the products for my own use for customers. That's 10%. Another 10% for my personal development, reading books, and so on and so forth. While some of us at 4 a.m. will be asleep, I'll be sitting where I'm sitting now, reading these books, 10%. But a whooping 80%, I focus on sponsoring and building the people I sponsor. That is what we call 80-20 Pareto principle. So for you to now do this, sponsoring, I know I've mentioned some of these. The first thing you do is have a monthly target of the number of people you want to sponsor. For me, when I was starting, it was at 3. So you can start there, you say, I must sponsor 3. Then now I raised it to 5. Now, if I sponsor 5, surely that is a total failure for me. So, but have your own target. You better have a small target and you hit it than not have a target at all every month. Then start so many conversations. This is a big one. Start so many conversations. In WhatsApp, connect with the people individually, not in groups. Don't post things into your WhatsApp groups where you are. No. I mean, not for business, but for the other groups, maybe church group, school group, and so on and so forth, parents group. Connect with the individuals. Tell them, oh, I like your profile photo. Oh, it's nice. Where were you on that, where that photo was taken? You're just starting the conversation. When I make a new friend on Facebook, the first thing I do, and I need to wind up, I can see my time is gone. The first thing I do is to thank that person for connecting with me. I'm just starting a conversation. Actually, to be very precise in the ones I use, I tell them, thanks, David, for connecting. I really appreciate that. I believe together we'll be able to create big impacts in the world or in lives of many people. Just that. And they have to respond. I'm telling you, They always respond by saying, thank you, I'm also happy to connect. You know, so we have started the conversation. So many conversations. Then number 3, you invite them when the time has come. Don't be in a hurry to invite them. You have just connected and then you are telling them, by the way, there's a meeting, I want to invite you. No, that's premature. Just keep the engagement going. Then at one point, you'll start asking each other. You might ask, they might ask, what do you do by the way? And now that's where it starts getting towards inviting them to a meeting to see what you do. So invite massively and personally. Then you follow up keenly by inviting them for another meeting until they make up their mind. Then number 5, you maintain good relationship even with those who don't join. Some of the people who are joining today, like the 7 who have joined this month in my business, some of them, we started engaging and inviting for meetings 2-3 years ago, but we maintained that good relationship, you know, chatting and, you know, inviting them again and again, sending them some sweet videos until they get to a point where they say, oh my, this thing is interesting. And that is how you build a business that will give you residual income, that even when you're not working, you can still be earning. So to summarize, what have I said? You have to own your business. You have to major on sponsoring so that you build your team. And you have to focus on results. Be results oriented. Be sure of what you want in the business. Don't just move with the masses. Oh, there's a meeting in KICC, 20. Oh, there will be another one in, I don't know where, 20. You know, just moving with the masses. No, you have to define clearly what you want. For me, my closing remark, when I was starting in 2010, I had purpose to be a president team member within 3 years, and I became much earlier than I had set. So I knew what I wanted. I also wanted to fire my boss. I wanted to have time freedom, to have time with my family. And by 2015, I had fired my good boss, Catholic University of Eastern Africa, where I was a full-time lecturer. And my wife had fired TSC in 2011. So now you can imagine, here we are, excited. Tomorrow is on a Monday. We want to just be around here at home with our children. That is exactly what we'll do. And we'll still earn crazy amounts. Work hard at the beginning, and the business will take care of you throughout your life later. At the beginning, you have to work very hard, and then you can play later. And there is no shortcut. There is nothing difficult. It is as simple as that. Much of what I have shared with you is what I was taught by David Budi Mokera. And I'm so excited, Dave, to have given back to my brothers and my sisters here. And I want to trust that one of these days, someone will stand tall and say that his or her journey started on 20th of March, 2022. Remember this, it's not about what I have told you. It is about what you do regarding what I have shared with you. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. It was my pleasure to be with us in this meeting, and I look forward to meeting you in the beaches of the world if you will be there to be met. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you so much, Josephat. That was a powerful talk, and I believe every person who has logged in today has learned something. And when I talk about when I invited Kariuki, is because he is a performer. He has done it. He started just like you. I remember when he joined the business, I showed him how to do the business. I opened the kit. And let me tell you, if there's any person who got the system very fast, it is Josephat. I remember Josephat used to come and tell me, Dave, I've recruited another one. He is stepping up to senior manager. Namuliza, did you explain to him how to do it? Akaniambia, yes, I did it. So this man got the system. The second month, he produced 2,000 points. That time there was no executive manager. So he became an executive manager now today. Then the wife was not doing the business, PROs. Then I organized a lunch for them. We used to take the team for some supper for dinner. And I remember this is the day now PROs came in the meeting. Alikuja kukula. And let me tell you, this lady was excited on that day. Alikuja kasema, I think I need now to do this business. And from that day, they now started working together with the Josephat. And let me tell you, these people, when I see Josephat and the PROs today, the way they dress, I remember how they were those years back. Actually, yani walikuwa tu wanavaa kama physics teacher. Hawakuwa na haraka. But let me tell you, I've seen transformation happening to Josephat and PROs. Wakakuja wakashika system. And I remember there was this time we had a bonanza. Josephat alikuja akafanya, that time now he was now stepping up to director. The bonanza was brought. He became a Sapphire director. From Sapphire director, now I started seeing him making steps. Alikuja akanipita Ruby 1, Ruby 2, Ruby 3, and within 2.5 years, he was a president team member. So Josephat in Kenya, he has put a record. No one has broken it, becoming a president team member by 2.5 years. But Josephat, I want to assure you that this team is going to break that record. We are going to have guys here who can do it within less than 2.5. So thank you so much. I really want to appreciate. I've seen Josephat becoming #1 in East Africa in sponsoring for the last I think 5 years plus. He has always been #1 in sponsoring. So when he is talking about sponsoring, he is not talking theories. And this guy is a lecturer. He's highly educated, but he is doing the business in a crazy way. And what Josephat forgot to tell you is that now he is not lecturing anymore. Actually, the money he makes today, I think he can pay more than 10 lecturers. Josephat, if I'm not wrong, yes. So I'm so happy for you. Thank you for coming and speaking to these people. I'll be inviting you, and I know you will be coming to learn from this our president team member who has built a very big business. When you hear about the American team, this team belongs to Josephat. He is the president team member in that team. So I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing with these people. Now, today we have my upline director. We have Mr. Taiwo Emole from Nigeria. And these people are all set to come and speak to you. We have even some directors in our midst today. We have Mr. Robane, we have Nancy, we have Eunice, we have Mr. David Moteria. So these leaders are set to help you to grow in the business. So please, next time, make sure that you log in on Sundays, every Sunday. It is our team training. And I'm going to assure you that I'm going to make sure that you are getting the best information to help you grow in this business. And I promise you, it will always be 40 to 50 minutes. It is now 20:50, and I wish now we can end it at there. And I will request Betty again today, because you are the one who is, I can see that you pray for us as we close our meeting today. Betty. Unmute yourself, unmute yourself, unmute. Okay.
Lord, we thank you very much because of the meeting that was, and whatever we have learned from Josephat. Thank you, Lord, for all that we have heard. May whatever that has been said in this meeting be of great importance in the future of our lives. We thank you for the day that was. We thank you for the night that we are starting at this particular moment, Lord. See us throughout the night, and see the morning tomorrow. We're going to honor and glorify your name because of thy goodness, Lord. We ask you this, believing and trusting in thy holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Josephat. May you have a lovely week. God bless you. Asanteni. Thank you so much.
Dave. God bless you, team.
Thank
Bye.
After almost 60 years of independence, Kenyans continue to struggle. Today, about 53%